Guys, I'm going to be showing you today how to import files into Adobe After Effects. So all we're going to be doing in this tutorial is bringing in files from our computer into After Effects project over here. So I'm going to be showing you how to drag and drop the footage and images into our project after they're imported. While After Effects does have the ability to create your own shapes, it mostly is an animation program. By the way, we're going to be making a quick shape tool tutorial for After Effects that's upcoming, so stay tuned. But yeah, like I was saying, After Effects, you can make your own shapes, but it mostly is an animation program and a compositing program. Therefore, you're going to be really importing stuff to be animated rather than creating it in the program itself. So knowing how to bring in outside files is super important. So as for this tutorial, I'm going to be dropping in some video footage I got from pixabay.com and some Illustrator file I have, but you can do this on your own with any of your own personal files. Still, images and video will honestly get imported in the same way. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is to how to manually import stuff. I'm going to head up here to File, Import. I could do one file, multiple files. There's libraries and that kind of thing, but for purposes of this tutorial, just pay attention to really the first one. Multiple files is what it sounds like. It's asking for more than one, but it operates pretty much the same way as this procedure I'm showing you right now. So it's going to take you to this navigator over here, this file explorer. And if you're not already within a folder that has your files in it, you're going to be navigating through your computer. If you're familiar with this, you know, as is typical looking for a file, I actually opened up to the folder that I'm looking for. So I'm going to be clicking on my bear footage over here, and it's going to import as footage. So when you're importing a video, you only have one option over here, and that's footage. So really not much to say over here, and you're just going to hit import. So now I'm going to show you how to use a hotkey. So on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Ctrl-I if you have a Mac, you'll hit Command-I. And that brings up the window again. And this time I'm going to be using a Illustrator file. So let me go scrolling up for my Illustrator file. It should be up here using AI files. We have a whole tutorial on that. So yeah, definitely check that out if you use Illustrator a lot. I'll show you in that tutorial how to import your Illustrator files into After Effects to animate them. So I'm going to head into here and amusement park rides. Now over here under import as for footage, it gives me a couple of different options. I'm going to be hitting composition, and really between footage and composition, those are the main two options you're going to be choosing. Composition retain layer sizes is for more niche projects, but again, I want to keep this tutorial simple, so you could just remember video comes in as footage and other files can come in as composition. And the difference between those two is footage keeps it as one flat layer. You could also pull out a single layer from an Illustrator or Photoshop file alternatively using that option. The second option over here, composition, keeps the layers so they can be animated individually. Because in After Effects, if you're importing something completely flat, the program is not going to understand what you want to move and what you want to stay still. It doesn't work like that. It's a layer-based program. So I'm going to hit composition. So then I hit import. And now you're saying, well, where are my projects? Where are my files? So they've gone in here, the project panel over here. And for the bear video, I'm going to click and drag it, just put it right over there. And there's my bear footage. If I move my playhead over here, that blue triangle, I can see that I've got my bear moving around in my project. And as for the amusement park rides, so I can double click in there, because if it has all the layers retained, it allows me to access those layers simply by getting into the project itself. So you can see I've got all my layers over here. Alternatively, I can take this bear footage over here, drag it on top of this little guy, this little make new composition icon, the little picture thing over here, and it makes a new comp window to the size of that video. By the way, one last thing, you can just drag the files into the project panel right there from your desktop, but doing that is just going to keep their default settings for whatever file type they are. But yeah, that's about the size of it. That's how you import files into After Effects. You can bring in video footage, Photoshop files. Like I mentioned, we have a whole series of tutorials on that. Illustrator files, music files, static images, lots of stuff. So yeah, this has been Sapar Designs for Noble Desktop.